Interesting theory on Venezuela. I've also seen now where there's reports on the White House having confirmed that sonic weapons were used. But this is a report that's been circulating on the internet. And then I have seen now statements from the White House confirming that a sonic technology was used in the extraction of Maduro. This is an account going back through the account of the Venezuelan security guard at Nicolás Maduro's compound, and kind of sets the tone for as far as like why Central American countries have responded with the muted response they have. If you look at Colombia, you see that Colombia's leader was saying one thing, and then 24 hours later, he was flying to the White House for a meeting. He was going that same stance, come and get me, yada, yada. And then he was having a meeting, and it seems like there's concessions being made there. Let's get into it. I'm kind of just reading over the cliff notes of it, of the interviewer going back and forth with the guard from Maduro's compound. So it says, on the day of the operation, we didn't hear anything coming. We were on guard, but suddenly all of our radar systems shut down without explanation. They had multiple advanced radar systems, at least 9, I think, were reported, and that were from China. They're more advanced radar that could detect stealth technology. And then they had anti-aircraft stuff. I believe that was from Russia as well. So they have Iranian, Chinese, and Russian military technology. This has been known. I don't know why people don't understand. Venezuela is a linchpin, is an important part, because its proximity to the United States. Similarly, like what's going on in Europe and the control over there with Russia and things like that, this is kind of a similar type situation. The security guard says, he's like, okay, next thing we saw were drones, a lot of drones, flying over our positions, but we didn't know how to react. The interviewer says, so what happens next? How was the main attack? Security guard. After those drones appeared, some helicopters arrived, but they were very few. I think barely 8 helicopters. From those helicopters, soldiers came down, but a very small number, maybe 20 men. But those men were technologically advanced. They didn't look like anything we'd fought against before. Interview goes on. And the battle began? Security guard, yes. But it was a massacre. We were hundreds, but we had no chance. They were ejecting projectiles with such precision and speed, it seemed like each soldier was doing 300 rounds per minute. We couldn't do anything. Interviewer, and your own weapons, didn't they help? Security guard, no help at all. Because it wasn't just the weapons. At one point, they launched something. I don't know how to describe it. It was very intense sound wave. Suddenly, I felt like my head was exploding from the inside. We all started bleeding from the nose. Some were vomiting blood. Some fell to the ground, unable to move. The interviewer, and your comrades, did they manage to resist? Security guard, no, not at all. Those 20 men, without a single casualty, unalive hundreds of us. We had no way to compete with their technology, with their weapons. I swear, I've never seen anything like it. We couldn't even stand up after that sonic weapon or whatever it was. Interviewer, so do you think the rest of the region should think twice before confronting the Americans? Security guard, without a doubt. I'm sending a warning to anyone who thinks they can fight in the United States. They have no idea what they're capable of. After what I saw, I never want to be on the other side of that again. They're not to be messed with. Some of the wording is a little suspicious there, right? It's almost like a message thing, but it could be a genuine just Q&A, or it could be totally smoke. But the thing that I found that was interesting about it is I'm seeing the White House on Saturday suggesting that the U.S. military used a powerful sonic weapon to engage Venezuelan soldiers and security guards during the U.S.'s operation to capture Nicolás Maduro. Earlier this month, the Army's Delta Force captured Maduro after the president ordered military strikes in South American country. So according to Reuters, Delta Force created an exact replica of Maduro's safe house and practice how they would enter and capture him. The CIA had an asset on the ground in Venezuela who infiltrated the inner circle. According to eyewitness account, the U.S. military used weaponry and technology unlike anything he had ever seen. So this is what I'm seeing just go around. And we know this sonic wave technology and heat technology has been around for a long time. They were talking about using it as far as anti-protest technology as a non-lethal. I saw it on Discovery Channel like 20 years ago. They literally had it mounted to the top of a Hummer, and they were using it like on their own people and then interviewing them after. And it was this microwave technology literally hitting you with these like microwaves. And they said that they felt like the immense heat, like when you open up an oven and that kind of oven blasts you in the face. And it was instantaneous from the time that they turned it on. So the interesting thing, like we talked about with China, Russia, Iran, they have a relationship with all of them and probably other countries. And they use military technology that all of them had, and they had it there. And all of it was incapable of doing anything when the strike occurred. It was all shut down. So for those who haven't played Risk, I always say Greenland and Venezuela, if you look at those and you play Risk, you'll understand a little bit more.